don't understand how music can pull up and help to build the rain. It put color where others can't. Yeah, I'm almost there. When I get to you, gonna leave all that old stuff on the floor. We're gonna take them higher, baby, to heights they never seen before. And those who say, woo, they can feel it too. And every part of the room in a deep full bloom. And so I'm coming to you, baby, baby, baby. I'm almost there. I'm coming to you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Supporting Teenagers During the Pandemic workshop. It's so nice to see so many of you here. Hello. My name is Dawn Henry, and I'm the Early Help Coordinator, managing what we call the Early Help Hub, which supports families across Newham. So I'm really pleased to see you all here today. And hopefully by the end of this session, you'll have lots of information, advice, and support services that you can contact that can help you further. So I'm in a dancing mood. Obviously, we just seen that lovely video of all our young people in Newham showcasing their skills. And that's what it is about today. Today's workshop is about supporting teenagers, particularly as we all know, the lockdown's been very difficult for us, but more so for children and young people. So we just wanted to take a bit of time to support you as parents, but also your children, and help them get through this really difficult time. Just a few notes before we go on further. You may want to post anything that you're thinking about right now or want some support with. We're already seeing some suggestions coming through us at the moment. We will be coming back to you. We can't do it in this forum, but we will come back to you on a case-by-case basis to support you further. And there'll be further details later on about how you can contact us to discuss those difficulties that you may be experiencing. But before we go into anything, I just wanted to take a moment to look at, again, children talking about their experiences, particularly around mental health. Thank you.
You can't tell how someone feels just by looking at them or what they share online. To the outside world, our lives may look perfect, even if in reality they aren't. I'm always worrying about doing well at school, and with the end of year test coming up, I'm not sure how much longer I can cope. My thoughts swarm around my head, sometimes keeping me up all night. Some days it's just all too much, and I feel like I'm lost in space. When I did badly on one of my tests, I just about kept it together until I got home. Then I broke down crying in front of my mum. She listened for a bit, and then she told me that, just like physical health, we all have mental health. It's our feelings, our thinking, our emotions, and our moods. She then said that feeling down, angry, and stressed is a normal part of life, just like it's normal to feel happy, confident, and carefree sometimes. We all have positive and negative emotions that come and go based on what's happening around us. These are everyday feelings. Good mental health means experiencing negative emotions. It's not always about being happy. Mum can relate to the feelings of stress. So when Mum suggested I take a break from everything and do something I enjoy, I actually took her advice. So I made myself a hot chocolate, snuggled up in a duvet and watched a film. And you know what? Afterwards, I felt so much better. Mum should take her own advice.
Most of us only ever share the good things. We don't like to share how we really feel. Every morning when I wake up, negative thoughts stream through my head. Getting out of bed and pretending I'm okay takes all the energy I have. As the day goes on, the negative thoughts turn from a stream into a river. The water rushes through my head so loudly it's hard to concentrate in lessons. And some days it's so bad it feels like a waterfall that's trying to pull me over the edge. Everything is so overwhelming. I didn't think my friends would understand if I told them how down I was feeling. But when Sasha opened up to me about how stressed she was feeling, I told her. I wasn't sure how to bring up how I'd been feeling, so I started by saying that I didn't feel like myself. Just her listening made me feel like she understood. She told me some things that had helped her, so I tried them too, but it didn't make much of a difference. Even when I tried to be around my friends, I felt alone. The things I used to enjoy weren't fun anymore.
I was really worried.
Enjoy weren't fun anymore.
I was really worried.
We're having a little bit of technical difficulties with the video, but that's okay, Natalie. If you could take that, thank you very much. We're going to press ahead anyway. I think you got the gist. And that's a really lovely video just depicting some of the challenges that our young people face in Newham and elsewhere around the world as we go through this difficult time. So to start off, I would like to know who is in the room. So over to you, Natalie.
Hi everybody. My name's Natalie Cardem. I'm the Early Help Programme Officer, and we're going to do some polls now just to see who's in the room and just for a little bit of an activity. So I'm going to launch the first poll. So the first poll is who is in the room today? It's all anonymous. So just pick the option there that best describes you or that you identify with most. Oh, people are applying already. Here we go. Oh, wow. Brilliant. Lots of mums, some dads, professionals as well. And we've got some young people. Great. Great. Keep going. We'll try and get as many people. We've got some foster carers as well. Brilliant. Okay, let's see. So we've got mostly mums at 46%. I'll just share the results so everyone can see. And we've got child and young people, we've got 7% children, and young person, we've got 10%, we've got 13% dads, 7% foster carers, and 16% professionals. But we've got mostly mums in the room. So we've got another poll. Bear with. Okay. So the next question. Oh, once I can get to it, apologies. So question 2 is about what is worrying you the most right now. So whilst we might have a few of these we would tick, but what would you say is worrying you the most? So we've got the first option is my emotions and anxieties. Then we've got my learning or schools, that could be online learning, family relationships, bullying, sexual relationships, friendships, drugs and alcohol, home life. So that covers lots of different things, lots of different elements. And if you can't identify with something that's written here, please do say so in the chat.
I think you can only pick one option. So think about the
Yes,
thing that's worrying you the most right now.
the most thing that's, yeah. Thanks, Dawn. Oh, yeah. Lots about school and anxieties, yeah. Home life too. I'll just let it sit for a bit longer. So what would you say is your most worry that you'd think, that you'd say? And also it's all anonymous. Okay, so I'm gonna end it now. I'll share results so you can see. So we've got mostly my learning and school. Not necessarily surprising considering that we're all at home now and online learning. So that's not as surprising. My emotions and anxieties, well, this is something that we're definitely going to cover in the session today. So there are support out there for you. So we are going to share some of the supports and offers we've got. Home life as well at 20%. Okay, sure, yeah. Oh, as well as some of the offers that we've got also cover things like home life. So brilliant. Thanks for doing that. I think the last one is stop share. So the third question is a question about the support that you've got at the moment. So who would you say is supporting you the most right now? So whilst you might have a few of these answers, maybe you've got family, friends, and a professional, but who is your go-to support right now at the moment? I think it'd be really good to find out what you've got in place already, or what we can do to improve that. And some of the offers today will, I'm sure help with that. Brilliant, everyone's answering. This is great. I'm glad it's working. Brilliant. Mostly family and friends so far. Professional
That's
thought.
good to hear.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh, good. Oh, we've got 26% at the moment saying no one. So we hope that can change after today, don't we, Dawn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure we can help.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you. That's really useful information for us as well in terms of what we need to do to support you further. Nadia, are you able to take the poll down for me? Thank
Yes.
you. So we're going to move swiftly on now to the kind of meat of today's session. So if we can look at the next slide, Natalie, which is on about the year of the child and young person. So I just wanted to highlight to you that 2021 is Newham's year of the child and young person. So what does that mean? That means that this year, more than ever, we're going to be focusing on our children and young people and ensuring that we showcase the wonderful people that they are or that they do, and providing them opportunities to get involved in different things, activities, and in their local community going forward. So I want you to look out for those various campaigns and press coming out to you to get your children involved and showcase the wonderful people that they are. So just to illustrate, I've got a little short video, if it hopefully works, that introduces the year of the child and young person.
The best place in the world for children and young people to grow up.
Tabata, sem medo. Tabata, sem medo. Tabata, sem medo. Tabata, sem medo. Eu dou-te da cara. Eu dou-te da cara. Eu dou-te da cara. Sem calma, sem calma. Tabata, sem medo.
So yes, as you can see, 2021 is the year of the child and young person. So you're going to be looking out for all those campaigns and present information about what that means for you and your children. So if we could bring up the slide, we'll go into the meat of why you're here today in terms of support services that's available for you, your child, your young person, and your family. Just 2 seconds, we're just waiting for the slides to come up. Okay, so what I'm going to start with telling you about is some of the activities that are available in the community that your young people can get involved with. So if we can move to the next slide, please. So I'm going to start talking about Youth Empowerment Program. It's a well-established and program that's running in Newham for young people. And as you can see on the slide, if you go to that website that I've listed there, it will take you to that link, and you'll be able to see all the activities that's available for young people across the neighborhood. So there's different youth zones. At the moment, obviously, we're in the pandemic and lockdown. So a lot of the things that is available for children and young people to get involved with is online, which is fantastic. So the work continues. So if any of you young people are on the call today and involved in this, can you please just check it out? See if you like it. They have a range of activities. They have youth workers available to talk to you if you need to speak to anybody about anything. And they will also be able to look at what you're really interested in and find something that's close to you that you can then get involved with. So I would encourage any child or young person just to go onto the link and check it out for themselves. Next one, please. Another thing that you could do, we also have the Mix, and they're based in Stratford, and it's a youth provision. But what is interesting and good about this website is that it has a lot of information and advice for young people. And you could put in your postcode and it'll tell you everything that's available close at hand. So there's lots of information on a range of topic areas. If you want to talk to somebody, if you want to get involved in something, if you're worried about your mental health, drugs, alcohol use, housing, money, just go on there. It has a lot of information that you could just download and have a look at, as well as information about activities and so forth. Next slide, please. So I'm going to hand over to Yvette. Yvette, are you on the call?
Yes, I'm here.
Lovely. Over to you.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm here today to talk a bit about Head Start. I'm the peer parenting coordinator in Head Start. So I coordinate parenting courses that we do for parents that have young people aged 10 to 16 years old. But for the wider Head Start, basically this is our website, headstartnewham.co.uk, and there's a lot of opportunities for young people to get involved. At the moment, we've got Your Time, which is a befriending service for young people. So if they're feeling that they need to reach out and speak to somebody, there's a youth practitioner, which is a professional that they can speak to on a weekly basis. Again, if you go on the website, you can click in and find and get involved, where it says get involved, as it shows here there, and just put in what you need. So you can look, there's resources again for other things that are available within Head Start. And of course, there's peer parenting courses. So we've just started our spring term courses for parents, and it's basically to build resilience within the family. So if you, our sessions are for 9 weeks, so you can still sign up and join again on the website. And each week, you know, we just give you tips and strategies. You share with other parents, and of course, since it's been locked down, some parents find it's the only time they connect and see other parents. And then when they're hearing that similar things are happening in similar homes, for example, whether children are struggling to get up in the morning or are struggling to do their schoolwork or whatever it may be. Parents are seeing that there's a similar challenges, and they can speak and share tips and strategies. It's a free course. What we do ask is that you complete a survey to help us keep the funding to keep it going, but the course is absolutely free. You don't have to pay for that at all. I believe at the end, slides, am I correct in thinking slides are going to be sent out with more information? So, because all these links for parents, I believe, or they can be put into the chat, so you can just click on the links. But all the information for Head Start is on the website. Also,
Thank you.
is somebody else going to talk about the befriending for parents? Or?
Yes, it's coming up a bit later
Okay,
on.
that's fine.
Thank you, Yvette.
That's okay.
Thank you. Yeah, somebody correctly put the mix website information in the chat. So it's www.themix.org.uk, but we will be sending that out to you so you could check it out. Again, I just want to reiterate, we are giving you a lot of information today. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed and think you have to go onto every single website and check everything out and join everything. Pick and choose what you like the sound of, what you want to get involved in. Get involved as little as much as you want. It's just a menu that is available and you decide what you want to do. Next slide, please. So we're going to look at COOF, and we've got Holly here. Holly's going to tell you a bit more about COOF. Did you want to run the video first or after your presentation?
Or maybe if you run the video first and then I can fill in any gaps afterwards. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. So I'm just going to see here 2 short videos. Lovely videos, by the way. So I'll stop talking.
Welcome to COOF, a free, safe and anonymous place for young people to find online support and counselling. There's a bunch of features and tools to support you if you're looking for advice or simply aren't feeling your best. COOF Magazine, a place full of opinions, creative pieces and personal experiences written by young people. Express yourself and help others along the way. Try writing a short story, an informative article, or write about your own interests and experiences. You'd be surprised how good it can feel to contribute, and you'll be helping others too. COOF discussion boards. Here you can start or join a conversation on all sorts of things, from anxiety and relationship advice to tips for relaxing after a stressful day. COOF goals. This useful tool can help you set smart personal goals and track the progress you make towards achieving them. COOF journal. Like a personal diary, your COOF journal will help you track how your mood changes as a result of things that happen throughout the week. This can help you identify behaviors or events that tend to make you feel good, as well as those that make you feel less positive. And COOF chat and messenger, for when you want to talk to COOF's friendly online team about anything that might be bothering you. At COOF, there's always somebody who will listen and understand.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for showing that video. Were you going to show the other one as well, or shall I speak first before we end on the video?
Yeah, if you speak
Yeah.
first, then we'll do that one.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, thank you. So yeah, that video is very short and it's like a whistle stop tour of what COOF is. COOF is commissioned by Head Start in Newham, so it's completely free for young people aged 10 to 16 to use. It's anonymous, so young people create a username for themselves, sign up. We don't want to know what school they're at, we don't want to know any information about them, and then they can access all this online wellbeing and mental health support. So there's things they can do such as read and contribute to the articles, forum boards. There are different activities that young person can do in their own time, as well as counselling. So there are two different ways to speak to a counsellor or a wellbeing practitioner on Kooth. The first one is to join an hour-long session. So what you would think a typical counselling session would be like, where they are messaging back and forth with the counsellor. So as it's anonymous, they don't have to show their face, they don't have to physically speak, it's all text-based. If they don't want to do that, a young person can send a message into the team's inbox and then wait for a response. So it's kind of like emailing back and forth with one of our team. So that is Kooth in a nutshell. Yeah, please do recommend your young people to sign up because it's anonymous. Nobody needs to know that they're using it. I also am doing a parent session tomorrow at 10. I will put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come along and ask any more questions about Kooth or just to find out a little bit more. So that is happening tomorrow at 10 a.m. I think they're going to show the final video that we've just created. It includes some social media influencers who I didn't recognize, but we've been showcasing this to young people now and they all absolutely love it and they recognize it. So please do share this with your young people as well. So thank you very much.
Hi. What do I only do on my own?
I like to meditate on the loo.
Conversations with my cat, Claire.
Body popping to Celine Dion.
I like cutting my toenails and smelling the cheeses.
Oh,
Are you serious? I regularly, when I'm alone, pretend that I'm the entire ensemble of a full West End cast.
I like to go to my sister's room, use the little eyelash curler thing. Oh my God, I used to make my stuff look fleeky, bro. Twisting them. Yeah, I look good still, I can't lie.
It's a struggle, it's a war.
I crump a lot. When I'm not crumping, I'm making crumpets, which is my favourite food. I love singing so loud and belting it out to the point where my voice might break.
When I'm alone, I like to act out movie scenes, even Leonardo DiCaprio, just in the edge, but no one's behind me, I'm just by myself.
I can't say I've done that.
Look, in life, there are definitely some things that we should do alone.
But dealing with your mental well-being is not one of them.
Whatever you're going through,
Whether you're feeling sad, anxious, or finding life hard,
Know that you are not alone. Talk to friends, family, or someone you trust.
or join Kooth to get anonymous support from professionals, or even people just like you.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you very much for telling us a bit about Kooth. If you could just stay there for a little bit, Holly, 'cause I just want to bring up the slides just to see if you might have wanted to say a bit more about what's on the slides. If you
Yeah,
wait a
of course.
second. Thanks, Natalie. So as we're talking, you can tell that there's a lot of information support available to young people right now. So I would again encourage those of you that are on the call right now and parents to talk to your young people, your children, and just encourage them to go on to Kooth. If you go to the next page for me, Natalie, thanks. Is there anything you want to say here?
Yeah, no, so I've kind of said it already. So there are different features, so young people don't actually have to use the counselling side of it. They can come on and explore the other wellbeing features. So you've got magazines, discussion boards, and there's this function where they can keep their daily journal and write about how they're feeling and look for trends and patterns and things like that. So it's a really safe space for young people to receive mental health support, and everything published to our site, so magazine articles, goes through our safeguarding team first, so it's a completely safe site for young people to use.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just go to the next page. And this is the event that's taking place tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, this is happening tomorrow. So it's again to find out a little bit more about Kooth. I'm going to give you a live tour of the Kooth site from a young person's perspective. It puts it into a greater picture on what can happen. So the link will be sent out to you, but I can also pop it in the chat function. It'd be great to see some of you there tomorrow.
Brilliant. Thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
Okay, so Yvette or Ghazala, did you want to say a bit about the befriending offer?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. So we have oh, this is about the children, your time. I think Yvette might have to come in for this one.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I did mention it, but basically, your time offers young people a safe space to connect with an experienced practitioner. It's just an opportunity, especially since many young people are not accessing school now. They might feel safe with a trusted, well, with an adult that they can build a relationship with, and just let them know like what's going on from their week to week. And there's also like a little booklet that they can do on the side that just helps them to think about where they're at now and their goals, and then just remembering what they enjoy doing, and just again just having someone that they can speak to outside. Sometimes, you know, young people find it hard to talk to their teacher or their parents, and it's just that opportunity to be able to speak to somebody else. So
Lovely.
yeah, the links are on there. If you want if you're interested, there's a contact number and an email address, and you can do a self-referral or on behalf of your young person.
And it's a really lovely offer, I've got to say. I mean, I know a number of children and young people that have taken up the offer, and they've been matched with a fantastic practitioner, befriender, who is there with them. Is it for about, how many weeks do they work with them for, Yvette?
I think it's 8 to 10 weeks.
8 to 10 weeks was a good amount of time. And the thing I like about it is that the young person can talk about anything. They could talk about YouTube. They could talk about their friends. They could talk about school. You know, the conversation is led by them. So it's just a space, because obviously I know I have children myself, and my children are missing their friends. They may not have their telephone number, so they can't continue that conversation. So just having a befriender who's there that they could just have a laugh and a joke with is fantastic. So if you're interested in that, yeah, they're on the telephone as well. I think it's telephone as well, isn't it? It's telephone
Oh,
calls.
sorry. So yeah, it's a telephone call. So it's a
Yeah.
weekly phone call. Yeah. So obviously,
Yeah.
if the young person doesn't have a phone, they will contact the parent, and then the parent can hand over the phone for the young person to speak.
Yeah, so it's all by phone, so it's quite nice. So if you're interested, you could do a self-referral at that link. Again, if you want to talk to somebody before you make that referral, you could come by us, and I will give the information how to do that later on. Thank you very much, Yvette. So we now have Natalie. Hello, Natalie.
Oh, hi everybody. I hope you can hear me. So I'm Natalie. I am from the Newham School Health Service, and we are a team of qualified nurses, nursery nurses and school health assistants that provide healthcare across Newham to our school-age children and deliver the Healthy Child programme. And as part of our service, we have recently launched Chat Health, which is a confidential text service for 11 to 19-year-olds who basically the young people can text in any questions that they've got regarding their health. They can do this completely anonymously if they feel they need to, or they can share with us who they are. And it just means that they have a way of accessing our service themselves. So it means that they don't necessarily have to talk to teachers. They can come and ask their questions to us. There are complete safeguarding in place for this to so any parents out there worried that they might be asking that, we have got full safeguarding procedures in place for this, but it means that we are encouraging them to be independent and ask those questions that they want to come forward with. So yeah, that's it from us. That's what I wanted to bring to you today. So please encourage your young people to text this if they do have any questions or worries about their health.
Natalie, can I just ask you, as a parent as well,
yeah,
what kind of things could they contact that number for and discuss, just to give an idea?
Yeah, they could talk to us about things around their dental health. So if they had questions about how long perhaps they should be brushing their teeth for, or how often they should go to the dentist, or they could talk to us about sleep. They can also contact us about their emotional health, and then we'd also talk to our colleagues at Couth and Head Start, and we'd be the link for them to that too.
Lovely. Sounds good. Sounds really good. And is it just for 11 to 19-year-olds, not younger?
At the moment, no, at the moment it is just 11 to 19-year-olds. So we're going to roll this out, but there is potential for our service to expand in the future.
Brilliant. Thank you, Natalie, for
Thank
joining us
you.
today. So you've got another avenue, but this is more around health needs, yeah? So you've got the befriending for your child, a young person that just want to talk about anything, just to have somebody to talk to. They're feeling isolated at home. And then you've got chat health, if they have any concerns or worries. And I'm thinking about around puberty, sometimes it's quite nice to talk to somebody, the changes that's happening, the emotions, and they don't know quite what's going on right now. Encourage them to talk to a school nurse, very confidential, and relay all their concerns. Okay, so that's another good chat line. Next page. So following on from that, we do have a relationship and sexual health support service in Newham, and that service is called Shine, and it's for under 25s. And it just, again, provides a safe and friendly, free service, confidential service for children and young people, where they can get information around their sexual relationships and activity, information about pregnancy, and get any kind of contraception if need so. And again, it's confidential. They go there, they get that advice and any support that they might need around that. So that's a good link to go on to and just explore the site and see what you think, and just to talk to somebody if you have any concerns about it. But again, it's there and available. Next slide, please. So we're now going to go and talk about young carers. Young carers.
Oh, hi, Don.
Hello, Sanga. Over to you.
Thank you for inviting me. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly. Sorry. Let me get this sorted. Yeah. Hi guys. My name is Sanga. I'm the Young Carers Participation Worker for Newham. So basically, what I've been doing is trying to reach out to young people across the borough about what is a young carer, what young carer is about. In case some of you don't know, you're a young carer if you're under 18 and help looking after a relative with disabilities, illness, or mental health condition, or any drug or alcohol problem. If you're a carer as well, and probably like if you're looking after a parent or care for a brother or sister. And also if you do extra jobs around the house, such as cooking and changing and cleaning, or helping someone to get dressed and move around. And also it could be that you might be giving a lot of physical help to a person who's disabled or ill, or even a sibling as well. And also it could be something that you might need help with emotional support as well as physical. What we'll be doing is there are some projects going around called CASA project, as well as some of the one-to-one sessions that's been going around with the local dancing crew, where you talk about your feelings as well as that you get to express yourself in a physical way after transferring those feelings. The CASA project is really amazing. My colleague Cassandra at the Stratford Circus, the new youth centre in Stratford, and a new occurrence from Newham. They're basically doing some activities around drama, dancing, and art, which is coming up in April. So I will be sending that out as well. So if you need any information, I will put my email address down there, and you can contact me with anything. And also, we've been working with some of my colleagues from Head Start regarding their referral mentoring program, as well as Carers First, who's doing a toolkit for schools soon about young carers and how to identify them. And so we'll be doing something like that. And also, we've been doing a peer mentoring program where you get to come in and talk about, I don't know, fake news or what's been going on about conspiracies or COVID vaccines. So all this, there are workshops that's been ongoing. I will be sending that out as well. So yeah, I mean, that's some of the few things that we actually been working towards. And what I want everyone to hopefully pass on is just young carers is not always represented a lot around Newham, but I'm hoping to change that together with my colleagues and the council. So yeah, I hope you can pass on the information. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Azanga. Did you want to say anything about the Awareness Day? I think you're on mute. Can you see? Can you hear me? Don't worry. No, that's fine. That's fine. We move on. That's fine. Over to you, Natalie.
Sure. Hi everyone, me again. Yeah, so as well as the befriending support, sexual relationship support that we've covered so far, there's also support with drugs and alcohol use. So the CGL, Change, Grow and Live, is a free drug and alcohol service for young people. So if you are worried about your drug and alcohol use, we're here for you. We can provide advice, support, one-to-one key work, harm minimization, and more. So if you're worried about your child or yourself, please do get in touch. There's a number on the screen now. They're also available via phone and email and also social media. And they run this free service they're able to meet you at a location that's convenient for you, which might be a school or a coffee shop or somewhere that you'd be able to get to. Or in this virtual time, we might be contacting you via Facebook, Twitter, email, or on the number below. So if you can note that number down, if you are worried, like I say, the slides will be going out after for all who want them. They're open from Monday to Friday, 9 till 6. So a bit after 5 they're open, which is good. And they also have an open access Monday to Friday, 10 till 11. So you can actually just turn up during this time and you don't need an appointment. So that is in regards to support with drugs and alcohol, the Change, Grow and Live service. I'm sure you can find more information online. But like I say, these slides will be sent out afterwards. And I'll just give you a minute to write that number down if you are wanting some more immediate support in the next day or so. So it's 0800 652 3879, or you can email newham.referrals@cgl.org.uk.
Thank you, Natalie. So I just wanted to pause for a little bit. We've been talking about services available for young people, but I wanted to just go back to the parents' role and supporting you in that role to support your children. So we have a number of parenting programs, and the one that's on the screen right now is specifically for teenagers. So if you are parenting a young person, this is for you. So reason why I'm promoting this parenting program as well as the others that we run in Newham, there is no shame in attending the parenting program. I have attended three different programs and I keep on attending it. Why? You must be thinking, why is she attending parenting program? Because every time I go to a new one, I learn something else. Because our role as parents is not easy. Is not easy at all. And so I'm willing to take any information advice to help me as my children grow older, because as they reach a different stage of their life, their behavior, their mannerisms, their emotions change. And therefore you have to adapt to that change. So what worked when they were maybe 3 and 2 years old, when they did everything that you told them to do, don't work now. So you've got to adapt, you've got to find different strategies. So it's always good to keep these things fresh. Some of these strategies don't work for you, but may work for another parent, and that's okay. So you choose what works best. But the other thing I like about parenting programs, you get to meet other parents that are in the similar situation as yourself. So it's always nice to hear that you're not alone. So I would encourage you, if you wanted to register, go onto that link. You can fill in a self-referral form and they will contact you. Everything at the moment is online. So you don't need to leave your home. They will talk to you about which course and what time it's happening, which one you can attend, just thinking about your working patterns if some of you are working, and then just go along and you can just see if you like it or not. But the teen one is specifically for teens. So there are others as well if you've got younger children. So go along. And then we've got our parenting workshops that CAMS run. So if you go to the link that I've provided, the Eventbrite link, they're running a series of workshops for parents. And as you can see on the right side, those are the different topics. So we've got managing arguments and conflict with teens, sibling space, managing behaviors that challenge, bullying, and there's lots more, but I couldn't put them all on this slide. So if you go to that website, you'll see the list of all the different topics, and you can decide which one you want to attend to. Yeah, and you just have to book on that. I would encourage you to do that again, because they're very specific and you might pick up some tips to help you. So just go on the link that will be sent out afterwards. Next slide, please. So just in recognition that some of you may have children with additional needs or disabilities, we have a send local offer page, and it is on the families.newham.gov.uk page. And there you will find a list of services available that specifically around parents that have children with additional needs. However, there is something going to happen on there on the 25th of February between 4 to 5, where we're going to be talking about that particular group of children and young people. So if we have any parents with children with additional needs, please come back to this workshop on the 25th of February, and we're going to be looking at all the services that are available to you. Thank you. Next slide, please. So we've come to the end of our workshop, but before we go, I just wanted to recap all the workshops that are going to happen from now on to the 18th of March. They're running the same time. So if you've come today, don't think you don't need to come next week. If you want to, you've got younger children, we're going to be looking at supporting children 10 and under. Please come back to that and you'll hear a lot more about the work of children's centres and also what schools are doing as well that will help you. Then we've got something about taking care of yourself as a parent, followed by the one that I just mentioned around children with additional needs, immigration support, how to protect your children online. I would encourage every single one of you to come. That's a really important one. And then we're going to end on keeping children and young people safe in their community. And that's a pertinent one that we really need to look at. So I would encourage you all to come back. But please just make a note of it. It's the same time, Thursday, 4 to 5. Next slide, please. So what should you do now? If you would like a copy of the slides, can you send us an email to strengthening.families@newham.gov.uk. If you had a specific concern and you want to talk to us about it, just send it there, and that is put it into the chat for you. Thank you, Natalie. If you want to be added to our Brighter Futures Parents WhatsApp group, just stating it that you'd like to be added, and we will then give it any information, anything good that's coming out that might be relevant to you, and you get to speak to other parents. So if you want that, just say that in your email. But before you go, when you log off today, the workshop, there'll be a workshop feedback form. It's about 5 questions in it. It won't take you long to complete it, but please don't go without completing it, because we need that feedback so that we can make sure that any other workshops are catered to your needs. So please, when you log off, it will come up, it will flash up. And if you just fill in that form, we will get that information. So I'd like to just say thank you to all our panelists today for introducing their services and coming to talk to all of you. And thank you to all of you for joining us. If you wanted to stay on for the last 6 minutes, we're going to be showing a CAMS video just to find out about what is CAMS, what they can do for you, what is the experience from a child, a young person. But if you don't, I'll say goodbye for now. And thank you again for joining us. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
CAMS stands for Child and Adolescent Mental Health Services.
Young people seek support from CAMS for a variety of different reasons. Some people might be concerned that they are feeling stressed, having problems with their sleep, constantly worrying about things, experiencing anxiety, low mood, eating disorders, ADHD or autism spectrum disorder. Other young people may also struggle with difficulties such as bullying, stress, relationship difficulties, traumatic experiences or other challenges. When you start coming to CAMS, you'll be seen by a professional who is trained in supporting and help improving young people's mental health. Sessions at CAMS are confidential, meaning that information about you will not be shared outside the service without your consent. If you would like to be referred to CAMS, you can talk to your GP, school, social worker, or complete a self-referral by calling CAMS.
Let's start with the referral process.
After your referral is submitted, clinicians at CAMS will review the information and consider whether CAMS would be appropriate for you, or if there is another source of support that might be a more helpful place to start. It usually takes a while for referrals to be processed, so if you don't hear from us for some time and would like an update, you can contact our team for information. After a decision has been made about your referral, you will receive a letter explaining what happens next. If your referral is accepted, you will be contacted by a clinician to arrange an appointment to visit our clinic. If your referral is not accepted, you will receive a letter that will give you recommendations about other sources of support.
Preparing for your first appointment. It is normal to be nervous for your first appointment. You may want to consider bringing someone you trust to support you. Most young people come with their parents, but we will usually offer to spend some time with you on your own so that you will have a chance to speak to us privately if that's important for you. It would be helpful for you to arrive early for your appointments, as you will need to complete some forms. This information will help CAMS better understand how you're feeling and help staff find ways to support you. During your first appointment, your clinician will ask you questions about your background to get to know you better and to understand what is important to you, your strengths and difficulties, anything you feel is affecting your safety, and what you would like help with. This process may take some time, so your first appointment can last from 60 to 90 minutes. At the end of the appointment, you and your clinician will work together to come to an understanding of your difficulties, to agree what help you need, and decide on which goals you would like to work on. We may also find it helpful to speak to others who may have useful information about you, e.g. teachers from school or your social worker. But we will ask your permission first and explain our reasons why we may want to talk to them. Once we have all the information we need, a letter will be sent out to you and other people involved in your care, like your social worker and GP, with an update about the treatment you are having. Your clinician will arrange to see you again to start your therapy. Based on the information you've given us, you may need more specialist help from different members of the team. Your clinician will be more than happy to make these arrangements for you. Getting involved. Service user group.
Once you've settled into the CAMS system, you'll have access to the service user group run by non-clinical staff called People Participation Workers. They ensure service user voices are listened to and are at the forefront of creating a better service. If you join the service user group, you will be able to shape CAMS with a variety of projects.
Here are some examples of projects and co-produced pieces of work we have worked on: therapeutic and information booklets, newsletters, questionnaires, CAMS debate club, CV and interview workshop, COVID diaries, interview panel training, and much more. These opportunities are a great way of meeting other young people and developing transferable skills which can be added to your CV. Additionally, these opportunities mean you will also be rewarded for your time. We hope this video has helped you understand what CAMS is and how it works. Thank you for watching.